Hi, my name is Tyler, and I'm a third-year student studying computer science at the University of Colorado Boulder. Today, we're going to learn how pendulums work. Have you ever played on a swing? As you swing, you smoothly ride from the top of one arc, through the bottom, to the top of the other side of the swing, and back again. When you're on a swing, you move like a pendulum. A pendulum is a string hanging from a fixed spot with a weight, called a bob, at one end that can swing back and forth. One day, in the late 1500s, a budding scientist named Galileo was sitting in a church when he noticed chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, swinging back and forth. Some of the lamps were making great big swings, and others were only making little swings back and forth, but they all went back and forth at pretty regular intervals. Galileo was curious, and so he decided to use his heartbeat to measure how long it took the pendulums to swing back and forth. With more experimentation, Galileo was able to describe the motion of a pendulum with a mathematical equation. The period it takes for one swing is 2 times pi multiplied by the square root of the length of the string divided by the gravitational constant. By understanding the period of a pendulum, we can also derive the frequency of the swing with the equation frequency equals 1 divided by the period. A longer period means that it occurs less frequently, and a shorter period means that it occurs more frequently. The mass of the bob does not affect the period of a pendulum because the mass of the bob is being accelerated towards the ground at a constant rate, the gravitational constant g. Just as objects with different masses but similar shapes fall together, the pendulum is being pulled downward at the same rate, no matter how much the bob weighs. The angle that the pendulum swings through, whether big or small, also does not affect the period of the pendulum. When pendulums swing through a larger angle, they accelerate more than pendulums swinging through a smaller one. This is because of the way objects fall. When something is falling, it keeps accelerating. As long as an object is not going as fast as it can, it's speeding up. Therefore, something that has been falling longer will be going faster than something that has just been released. A pendulum swinging through a large angle is being pulled down by gravity for a longer part of its swing than a pendulum swinging through a small angle, so it speeds up more, covering a larger distance. The pendulum with a larger angle swings in the same amount of time as the pendulum swinging through a smaller angle. The sole factor that determines the period of a pendulum swing is the length of the string. Finally, the conservation of momentum states that the total momentum of an isolated system remains constant if no external forces are acted upon it. In the case of a pendulum, the swinging motion is an example of an isolated system, as the only forces acting upon it are gravity and the tension in the rope or string that supports it. As the pendulum swings, the momentum of the bob changes direction, but the total momentum remains constant. This means that as the bob swings from one side, its momentum increases in that direction, and as it swings back the other way, its momentum decreases in the opposite direction. This back and forth motion is a result of the conservation of momentum. Eventually, Galileo came up with the idea of using a pendulum as a way to keep track of time. He used his discoveries as a tool for other experiments, in which he made many other discoveries. Today, engineers use pendulums and clocks, but they also use them for detecting earthquakes and helping buildings resist shaking, measuring how fast an object is flying, and to help robots balance. Maybe you can think of some new ways to use a pendulum too. It turns out that understanding a pendulum's motion is really useful. Many other objects move back and forth regularly like pendulums, such as an object moving up and down a spring or a wheel spinning around. Even radio waves go back and forth. The period it takes a pendulum to complete its swing is only affected by the length of its string, and the pendulum continues to swing back and forth because of the conservation of momentum. Galileo discovered this and used his equation to build a device that can keep time. Today, engineers are still using the idea of a pendulum to solve problems. Check out the lesson on the TeachEngineering website, and then apply what you've learned in our associated hands-on activities, swinging in time and cosmic rhythm.